Cricket Wireless presents the warm-up, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ashley Bullington. We have a great show for you this week, jam-packed with all of the Texas high school football content you could ever want. So let's get you warmed up. Only 4 weeks left in the regular season? Seriously? Where's the time gone? These last 8 weeks have just flown by. But now the good stuff is happening and districts are starting to have playoff spot races come down to the wire. We're seeing things warm up. Well, actually, we're seeing them being set on fire. We've seen some really great games so far this season. We are bound to see more spectacular ones in the near future, if not tonight and Friday. Let's see what some of the biggest games in the area are going to be on Inside High School Sports and the lineup presented by So Chill's Chips and Salsa. Our Whataburger game of the week is Cedar Hill versus DeSoto. Last season, this matchup was a high-scoring, high-flying affair, and we should expect to see another great matchup in 2021. In District 11-6A, 5 teams have a 2-1 record or better in division play. Every game becomes a must-win as the final month of the regular season approaches. Cedar Hill is 4-2 overall and 3-0 in district. Cedar Hill escaped Friday's game against Waxahachie with a 14-10 win, thanks to a fourth quarter score from Cedric Harden Jr., with just over a minute left in the contest. The Longhorns are averaging 28 points per game and allowing an average of 22. DeSoto's 4-2 on the season and 2-1 in the district. The Eagles, after losing to division-leading Duncanville to open district play, has won 2 straight. Their last game was a 72-0 shutout over Waco. They have been on fire on offense, averaging almost 46 points per game, and their defense is allowing an average of 26. Both of these teams could use a win against each other Friday to help pad their respective positions. These two play at DeSoto on Friday at 7 p.m. We also have Allen versus Denton Guyer on the gridiron. Allen and Guyer both look different than they did a year ago, but they have established that even when they lose their core, they have a next man up to get the job done mentality. Both of these squads are undefeated in district play, with Guyer 7-0 on the season and 3-0 in district, holding a slight edge over Allen, 5-1 for the season and 2-0 in district. Guyer's fresh off back-to-back 35 points performances against Braswell and Prosper. The Wildcats have been led by junior quarterback Jackson Arnold, who has 1,663 passing yards and 14 touchdowns. His list of Power 5 scholarship offers is likely to grow with his performance and another year. The Wildcats have been solid on defense as well, only allowing an average of 16 points per game. Allen beat Little Elm 71-29 on Friday and is led by senior running back Jalen Jenkins, who's rushed for 911 yards, 11.11 yards per carry, and 14 touchdowns. They are averaging 45 points per game and are on a 4-game winning streak. Who do you think takes the win in this game? Cricket Wireless presents the warm-up. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Enjoy the authentic flavors of ancient recipes. So thin, so crisp, so good, so chill.
Some great games coming up this weekend on Inside High School Sports, Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. on NBC5. Now it's time for a battle as we bring on 2 great athletes that you'll be seeing lining up on the gridiron this week in our segment, The Battle.
Okay, everybody, for the battle this week, we have 2 great athletes on with us. Guys, introduce yourselves to the Metroplex.
I'm Keylan Smith, linebacker for the Garland House, number 10.
I'm Chace Biddle, safety for the Garland House. You know what? We're gonna run it up, you know?
Get it done.
Had to win, had to do them dirty.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens here. Hello, friends. We're going to have all the Garland Owls on with us. Okay, what do you call it when a bowler makes 3 strikes in a row?
Turkey.
It is a turkey.
I did not know that.
We're learning new things today, too. What sport is best known as the king of sports?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm about to go with soccer.
It is soccer.
Yeah.
Okay. In what game is love a score?
Golf.
Tennis?
It is tennis.
Oh, yeah. I'm like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like that.
It is tennis. What NFL team was originally called the New York Titans?
The Jets.
It is the Jets.
Wow. I didn't know that.
It is the Jets. Which sport uses a net, a racket, and a shuttlecock?
Net. Lacrosse. Net. Hockey.
Net, a racket, and a shuttlecock. No.
Badminton?
It is badminton.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Chace, you take the title of battle champion this week. Thank
you.
Tell us, talk to the people about your win.
I feel like I went out there and executed on the personal level. So it was very, very mind blowing at the time. So I didn't know half of the questions, but I knew a decent amount. So I'm good. I'm glad for the win.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on the warm-up and the battle. We appreciate it, and we'll see you on the field.
I love how into the battle these guys get. It's such a fun segment. I love getting to host it and getting to know these guys a little bit more personally and trying to stump them, obviously. Inside High School Sports cannot make it to every game going on in the area, even though we wish we could. But we will help hype them up. Let's check out some games to keep an eye on in the hype. Lake Worth and Decatur are going head-to-head in District 4 4A. The Bullfrogs have been lights out in 2021 as they are 6-0 on the season. They've been one of the best teams in 4A this year. Their defense has only allowed 82 points against them all season long, and their offense has scored an average of 44.5 points per game. They are playing against Decatur, who's 3-3 on the season. They have wins against Alvarado, Graham, and Gainesville. This could be a trap game for the Bulldogs, because if they go in unprepared or underestimating their opponents, the Eagles could take a win and give Lake Worth their first loss of the season. The Frisco Raccoons and Denison Yellow Jackets go head-to-head on the gridiron as well. Frisco is currently 6-0 for the 2021 season and have been demolishing their opponents. The most they have allowed their opponents to score in a single game is 30 points, but they are only allowing an average of 20 points per game. And offensively, they have scored over 300 points this season and have had 3 of those wins where they scored 50 points or more. Now, Denison is 5-1 on the season and 3-1 in district play. They lost their district opener to Lovejoy 49-7, but have been on a roll ever since, defeating Rock Hill, Memorial, and Lake Dallas over the last 3 weeks. They are sitting in the 4th spot in 7-5A Division II and need another win to stay in the race. Cricket Wireless presents The Warmup. Smile, you're on Cricket. There's some really great games going on in the area this week, and now it's time to see what's been trending on social media around inside high school sports and beyond in our segment, The Butts. I love how the Jersey game is moving from college into high school. These teams are all stepping it up to add some extra flair to their uniforms, like the Prosper Eagles, who added these fantastic helmets to their blackout game attire last weekend. Well, our very own Marvin Mims has been making highlight reels once again, but this time for the Oklahoma Sooners, like this epic catch in the Red River Shootout. That now has become a t-shirt and a meme as Marvin inbounds. We all kind of thought Jace Wilson, brother of Jalen Wilson, might decide to go to Kansas like his brother did. But on October 6th, he announced that he will be attending UTSA. The Roadrunners are actually one of 13 teams remaining in the NCAA that are still undefeated. That's all we have for this week's episode. To stay up to date with all things inside high school sports, follow our social accounts. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. By following, it'll get you ready for the highlight of the sports weekend. Inside High School Sports, Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC5, hosted by Pat Doney. Thank you for watching the Cricket Wireless Warm-Up. I am Ashley Bullington, and I hope you've gotten warmed up for all of the Texas high school football action on the gridiron this week.